I'm Amber Capone. This amazing night is our first annual VETS fundraiser. We are raising money to support more veterans, do more research, be able to advocate more, and it's just the most incredible night with the most incredible people.
I serve on the board for VETS. Amber and Marcus and I have been friends for years. We go way back just from days in the teams. And early on, I heard her talk about this mission and this drive and her passion. I obviously lost my husband, so he didn't get to take advantage of all the things that VETS provides. But it's helped me in my grief. And I've been behind the scenes knowing Amber. I've watched her spend countless hours up late at night, sending emails, making phone calls. So to see all of her hard work really come together for this amazing event tonight, I'm impressed.
But what's interesting about VETS is it's not just impacting sales, it's impacting the veterans community. The best practices that are being developed right now translate not just to the military or the veterans community, but to entire groups of people experiencing challenges in life.
So Marcus introduced me to the treatments a couple years back when he first went through it. Obviously, he started talking to his brothers about it, and being one of the good friends of his, I was like, man, I gotta try this. And just the treatment alone made me feel human again, made me feel like a person, which is something that guys need, especially transitioning out of the military and completely changing their life.
Name's Jason Tushin. I did 27 years in the SEAL teams, retired as a Command Master Chief. The reason I support this is the mental health aspect for years was overlooked. And I think the VETS program, my personal experience and from what I've seen from hundreds of other of my teammates, it's fantastic the way it's completely transforms people's lives.
Welcome tonight. My name is Jared Taylor, and I will be your host for tonight's festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Marcus and Amber Capone, founding members of VETS.
I, of course, would like to recognize the veterans in attendance, and especially today on Veterans Day. I know you're all going to hate me for this, but if you serve this nation, please stand. Veterans, please stand. We love you. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid of what you did for our country.
September of 2017, I called my parents and I told them I don't think there's any hope left. I think Marcus might have 2 to 5 years. I can't do this anymore. The fact that we're sitting here tonight, sold out in our first ever fundraiser, with this much support, and over 400 veterans now funded for psychedelic assisted therapy, is absolutely a miracle. 4 years ago today, which is a crazy coincidence, on Veterans Day, he received the lifeline of a lifetime, his initial psychedelic therapy experience. And since that day, we've gone on to provide funding for over 400 other special operators and their spouses.
I'm Johnny Walker. I had severe PTSD, and I'm thinking with myself, like in that time, I'm gonna kill myself. And this is where I asked for help. And I called Taco, one of the team guy, my brother, and they sent me for this program 17 months ago. I had no drink, I have no desire to drink, and I know I'm not gonna make any excuse to drink again. I found peace and love. So this program saved my ass.
People who feel isolated and not enough trust in the world are able to go through this process of accepting themselves, accepting others, feeling trust in the therapist, because the key part of the therapy is this sense of safety, this therapeutic alliance, that you can work with such difficult experiences in support and not be overwhelmed, that you can, in a sense, lose control of the ways in which you've kept yourself in check, but never have been able to fully put the memories in the past. And so you can let them up for the first time.
So, Dora Perry, I would just love to hear the story of how you ended up becoming interested in psychedelic therapies.
Marcus Luttrell. He lived with us for literally 2.5 years. That's when it became abundantly clear to me that our government did a piss-poor job of taking care of veterans, that they didn't understand how to help these young people. This is a classic story of our government, who do a great job of recruiting these young people into the military, teaching them how to break stuff, but we don't know how to transition them back into the private sector. This works. I mean, I've dealt with so many of these young people who have been treated now. I know it works. I'm willing to put my reputation on the line so that young men and women who have sacrificed for us have the opportunity to have these compounds available to them, because it saves lives. And that's what this is all about.
Daniel Carcillo, former 10-year NHL player, had to retire due to traumatic brain injury. I'm hopeful that this can really shift consciousness and shift the way we look at anxiety, depression, and improve mental health care as we know it, that not only supports the patient going through the journey, but also the caregiver.
And I'll tell you, this also hits home for me in that my dad was a Vietnam veteran who took his own life by suicide. Again, a hard man, and a son that was also hard. We didn't have a good relationship, but the realization of how important this was just washed over me. So please consider carefully how we manifest, how we support this effort, this precious seed that's been planted and has germinated. Okay, and let's give it our best shot. Let's take the plunge.
I'm not going to stand up here and provide case studies or statistics. I'd rather leave that to the doctors, researchers, and many brilliant minds that fill this room tonight. I can only speak from someone who has lived a life many don't, won't, and can't understand. Someone who has supported an operator for more than 20 years to only look back in hindsight and see more clearly the ways he silently fell apart. But here's what I know. Plant medicine has saved lives, and it has a tremendous potential to heal. When someone calls or texts you in distress, you answer. And last, I love that boy. And I would do anything to not let anybody else suffer the way he did. So for now, I will remain the messenger. Will you join me? Thank you.
Amber and Marcus, thank you. I'm looking at some really great and good loyal servants right now that are serving mankind, and you're willing to take a chance, you're willing to put your reputations on the line, and I'm proud, damn proud, to stand up with you and work on you in this to save these American patriots' lives. Thank you.
It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor.